Let's see what the universe has in store for you this week. Ciao, Stacy the Black Feather Intuitive. Welcome to another weekly oracle reading for the week of June 7th. So excited to be tuning in for you guys today. Hoping you're doing well and that you are enjoying the sunshine and the warm weather, the nice weather, the summer. We are in summer at this point and it's very exciting. All right, so let's call in all the archangels, ascended masters, highest guides, creature teachers, light beings, elementals, loved ones in spirit. Come on into this space to give us the clarity and guidance that we need to really understand our purpose this week, our individual purpose this week. So when I woke up this morning and was thinking about how I was going to do the reading today, my Osho Zen deck popped up. And for those of you who watch on a regular basis, you know that I kind of retired this deck a few years ago, and it keeps popping up. So I think it's having a resurgence. So let's see what the message is for us. Oh, I love it. The Fool card. It's the Fool's Journey. So the Fool card indicates new beginnings, a brand new journey. It's a blind leap of faith. It is the kind of journey where you know that something new is happening. You have absolutely no idea where you're going or how you're going to get there. And you have eliminated, or hopefully eliminated, a lot of your baggage. You know, you're not traveling for a 4-month vacation. You're traveling with an overnight bag. And I really feel like this week, the message and the guidance is that we've got some new beginnings coming, that we are going to start to see fresh starts and the fruits of all of the change. Now, I don't feel like it happened overnight and so therefore it's just going to change overnight. It's going to take time. But what I'm really feeling this week is that we are getting into a place of starting to see that the change is really making a difference, that changes are taking hold. So in your life on a personal scale and on a personal level, where can you challenge yourself to clear away the clutter, to leave the baggage behind, to pack lightly and move forward into a new adventure? I want you to think about what you, kind of like the bare necessities. What do you need in order to be able to move forward? We often get caught up in this idea of needs and want, or a confusion of needs and wants. You know, we've been taught by society that there are things that we absolutely need in order to survive, in order to live. But that's not always necessarily so. A good example is a car. And now, before you get upset with what I'm saying, know that I adore my car. It is a sense of freedom for me, and I would have a really hard time giving up my car. But my point is, society tells you you have to have a car in order to get around. It's not necessarily true. You can always make choices to live in a place where there's public transportation. You can make choices to live in an area where you only need to walk to where it is that you work. You can walk to the grocery store. You can walk to do shopping. In this world today, everything is online, so that makes things more accessible. So it turns a car into sort of a want rather than a need. And I feel like that is something that needs to be examined this week in your life. What is a want versus a need? And I'm not saying you have to, give everything up. I'm saying examine it and sort of shift your perspective on wants versus needs. Because when you're on this new fool's journey and you're ready to take a new adventure and it is exciting and it is a leap of faith and you don't know where you're going, often we think, we have to prepare for every contingency and we've got to bring a little bit of this and a little bit of that and a little bit of the other thing. We have to overpack. It's the exact opposite. It's about trusting in Source to guide the way, to bring you what you need in the moment that you need it. So in this card, you see a lot of mountainscape in the background, and you've got this guy, he's holding some flowers, and he's holding white flowers, so flowers of innocence, and he looks like he's getting ready to sort of go, like he sees somebody and he says, oh, hey, wait, I want to talk to you, I'm ready to meet you, wait up, and he's leaping off the cliff. There's no fear in his face. There's no anxiety or trepidation. There's just excitement for what the future holds, what potentials are being brought to him. I feel like this is the approach that you want to take this week. It's not about fear. It's not about stepping into a place of, oh my God, I don't know what's going to happen, and so I'm freaking out. It's more of, okay, I can't control anything really that's happening other than controlling my own responses to what is happening. All I can do is make sure that I'm not overpacking, that I'm only taking the necessities, because I will gather along the way the things that I need. This is what is going to make your week magical. And my intention that I set earlier today was to know your purpose for this week. Your purpose is to embrace a new adventure and a new journey in a new way, taking a different approach to it, which is the approach of the divine, allowing the divine in to lead the way. And I feel like the divine is represented in these flowers. The divine is a gift, white flowers. It's the beauty of nature. Flowers grow on their own and kind of perish on their own and come back and grow on their own. And then, it's always this never-ending cycle. And it doesn't, flowers don't really need us to help them out. We plant seeds and things like that. But really, if humans weren't on the planet, those flowers would still grow. They'd find a way, they'd seed themselves. So you want to really pay attention to how you are involving the divine in your life today and in your life this week in regards to how you're approaching a new adventure. And by the way, I feel like the new adventures are going to be fun. They're going to be positive. I don't feel like there's any dun dun dun. And oftentimes that's a judgment that we place when we are viewing what is happening to our world. It's, oh, why me? Why is this happening to me? Instead of, wait a second, why is this happening to me? There's a reason. There's a lesson I'm going to learn, or there's something exciting coming out the other side of this tunnel. So prepare yourself for a brand new journey and get excited about what awaits. Don't bring everything in the kitchen sink. Just bring what is necessary. All right, so for Oracle decks today, all right, I'm being called to Sacred Power, the Sacred Power Oracle deck from Anna Stark. I love this deck. I've had this deck for, I want to say 4 or 5 years now, and it always speaks truth. So let's see what our accompanying message is for the Fool. I love it. Soul Journey. So the cards are answering us now, answering what is this Fool's journey that we are about to take? What is this new adventure? It's an adventure of the soul. And we're talking about the soul journey. What I love about this card is, again, there's a lot of majesty about it. You've got the backdrop, so we've got a lot of the universe, the sky. We've got the Milky Way in the background here. We've got almost like an aurora borealis happening with blues and pinks and purples. We've got a lot of white light streaming from this large castle, slightly reminiscent of the Taj Mahal, but with a bit of a different design. And then there's this beautiful path with geometric shapes. I can't speak today. With geometric shapes all along the path. And then you've got these light beings that are walking along the path towards the palace, towards the light. Walk into the light. I'm really dating myself. Poltergeist. What I'm really feeling is the message this week is to understand that when we are on a new Fool's journey and we are being called to release, it's because we are getting lighter. Our frequencies are elevating. Our vibes are shifting. And it's important for you to raise your energy, to shift that vibe a little higher and a little brighter, because your soul is rising up to the surface and saying, hey, we've got a new task for you. We've got a new purpose and mission. Or it's time. We're igniting, flipping the switch on this mission that you've had, or this purpose that you've chosen in your divine blueprint. And now is the time for it to be activated. You're being activated. You're being called back into service, so to speak. And I feel very much that the geometric shapes and patterns that are in this path, I feel like what that's indicating and saying is you're going to find the energy that you need. You're going to find the information that you need in the everyday things, in simply walking your path. It's not walking the path, because there is no the path for individuals. There's your path. So you're walking your path. When you're walking your path, trust, pay attention, look around you, and trust that you're going to get what you need with every step that you take. I'm also seeing that this path, it's like every step that you take, you get a little infusion of energy, a little burst of energy, a little infusion, a little infusion. So I feel like the universe is working on your behalf this week to give you what you need without you having to seek it out, without you having to work so hard for it. It's about being open to the soul's journey and saying, okay, I am on a new mission, or it's time for me to really step into this path and onto this path and into this purpose that I have been thinking about for years, or have been wanting, or have been nervous about, taking that step. This is the time to take the leap, a blind leap of faith, because even though in this card it's not showing a safety net, he's holding the flowers, and the flowers are going to elevate him. They're going to keep him safe because the flowers are source. So whatever choices you make this week towards a new purpose and mission, or towards your own purpose and mission, whatever that is, and you're expanding into it, know that you are covered by source. Know that you are protected. I love to say that the universe, God, source, does not bring you to the end of, or the edge of the cliff to push you off it. They bring you to the edge of the cliff to show you the potentials of what is to come and what you have at your fingertips that you can access and that you can work towards. It's all about what you're choosing to experience. So big energy around your soul journey. The soul is coming to life this week. Pay attention to that. Listen to your divine guidance. Listen to that inner voice, and allow the inner voice and your outer environment to show you what those next steps are. Okay, let's pull a feather from the feather jar to see what enhanced message they're going to give us today. Oh, interesting. Willpower. And it's on a yellowy, kind of a goldy yellow feather. First of all, I'm hearing very much that this is about abundance. So the Fool's journey, your soul journey, is really taking you into a space of abundance. What is it that I want more of in my life? I'm going to incorporate that into this new Fool's journey. The Fool's journey doesn't necessarily mean that you can't make choices along the way about how you'd like to experience the journey. You can make those choices, and you can use your willpower to bring that into being. You co-create with the universe, and you say, okay, I am on this journey. I don't really know what's going to come of it, but I'm going to choose to be happy, or I'm going to choose to be adventurous with this. I'm going to choose to take risks. Maybe I'm not a major risk taker, but I'm really feeling the stirrings of shifting things up this week, or shifting things up in my life. I need to make changes. If I continue to do the same thing over and over again, how do I expect to change? So this time I'm going to do something different. I'm going to be a risk taker. Maybe you are the risk taker and you need a shift. You need to downshift a little bit. Then you choose, I'm not going to take the risk so much. I'm just going to sit for a minute, and using my willpower, going to will to me whatever it is that I need in order to be able to move forward next. I'm going to will my dream team guidance to come through and let me know when is the right time to make a next step or a next move. So using your willpower, as humans, we all have that free will. And that's really what this is. I mean, it's making the choice to say, yes, I want to do this, or no, I don't want to do this. And then what do I learn from that experience? And often it requires a little bit of willpower to bring that into being. We want to be conscious. It's about being conscious, people. We want to be conscious of our choices. And that involves a little bit of willpower in what we're doing. We're not on autopilot here. The Fool is not about autopilot. The Fool is about, okay, something new. I'm on a roller coaster right now. I'm on a ride. I'm getting ready to start a ride, and I'm excited about it. I'm a little nervous. I'm nervous-sighted, but I'm mostly sighted, right? I'm mostly excited about it, and I'm going to use my willpower to take advantage of everything that this opportunity provides. I'm going to soak it all up and soak it all in, and it's going to enhance me in ways that I can't even imagine right now. Thank you, universe. Bring it on. That's our mantra for the week. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in to our reading this week. A very cool reading. I'm excited to see how this is all going to play out. Please feel free to like, subscribe, and click the bell on my YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, I'm always putting up different informational videos and videos about archangels, ascended masters, empowerment information, as well as the weekly oracle readings. So would love to see you there. Also, feel free to check out my Facebook page, The Black Feather Intuitive, or my website, theblackfeatherintuitive.com. If you want to explore what this new journey is for you and you're not quite sure where it's coming from, but you'd like a little sneak peek into it, I'm your girl. Give me a call, book a session. I offer 30 and 60-minute experiences where we can really dive in deep and see what your next steps are. Kind of give you a sneak peek into what is coming down the pike so that you can prepare. You can have that willpower and you can say, okay, here's how I want this soul journey to go, at the core, and all the rest of it is sort of just part of the adventure. So would love to see you there and love to connect. Take care, guys. Ugh, I can't speak today. Take care, guys, and we will see you next week. Ciao.